For this little week, you know what I'm saying? Look at it like this. It's a big old consciousness wave coming. And what you need to do is not you need to teeter totter in between. Don't go too far this way, don't go too far that way. Because see, our actions right now, it's a full moon. And we have the full moon going on. So what happens is emotions could overly expound itself or overly introvert itself. So while it being in Taurus, see, when if the moon was in fire or water, then you'll get a lot more people overreacting on the full moon. But since the moon is in a earth sign, which is a thinker, earth or air signs tend to think about their actions a little bit more. So these, when you get the planners, when you got somebody want to do some fucked up shit, they plan it on the full moon. And these are the people who will plan it than actually doing it on the full moon. These people will plan it and it will come into manifestation in the next few days. And by the sun being in Scorpio, it's almost like people are overly thinking. So if you got some fucked up shit going on in your head, you're gonna dive deep into that. Like, you're gonna figure out a lot of different scenarios to approach that situation. And vice versa. If you're going to be very submissive, you're going to be extra submissive. So right now, this is about a time of stand on a teeter-totter. Don't go this way or that way, because either way can end up bad or good, because it's oppositions between the sun and the moon. It's an opposition. So either way you go, you're going to feel a little confused a little bit about which direction to take. So it's kind of good not to take no direction right now. It's best to just go with the flow. And then as you go with the flow, you will know what to apply yourself with or not. You know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, it's still a full moon. So things getting actualized right now. Things that was from the surface is being brought to the forefront now in a major way. And depending on a person's conscious level of how they deflect these energies, is up on them. That's just like it's like right now it's a negative energy wave that's going on right now. And it's made for the positive signs to turn that and make it positive. Same way when there's a lot of positive energy going on, it's up to the negative signs to take that and make it negative. Now, I must remind you, it's no such thing as good or bad or right or wrong. So we're not on a 3D term basis when I'm explaining this right now. We're on a energy the way it's needed and the way it's supposed to get reciprocated wavelength right now. So when there's a lot of positive energy come on, it's nature. It's natural for, like, when positive energy come, is nature. It's natural for negative to make that positive and turn it into negative. Then when everything is negative, it's nature for the positive signs, which is the earth, which is the fire and the air, to take that and make it into something positive. That's nature. That's natural. Something you won't be. So whatever is negative and positive in your life, make sure you overlook it, overanalyze it, and overassist it to see if it really means something to you, to the point that you could put it under a program if it's good or bad. Because a lot of things and a lot of temperaments inside people is very unnecessary and don't need it. Like, what I might think would cheer me up today, say I think of something in my head what would normally cheer me up, right? And I need to look into that to necessarily see if that's what's actually cheering me up. Because at the end of the day, I'm applying that to the good program, and everything that's under was good into my life. But at the same time, that may not be necessarily what's good for the universe as a whole. It may be good for me not to get that day. And I may be throwing temper tantrums and stuff like that because I feel like I need that to make me happy. And before you realize it, that's a human trait, and you're living in your own cycle, in your own wrong, your own program of when you don't even necessarily have to attach any type of ability to that program you dime yourself in. Like, whatever you think that's what's going to make you happy today, that might not necessarily be the fair reality you in. And that's something you attaching to what's good and would make your day better. So if you get upset that you don't get it, it's your fault. It's not God's fault. It's not the universe's fault. It's your fault because you attaching some type of emotional stability to that object or to whatever fear reality you trying to attach. It could be an emotion you attach to. That if you don't get that emotion and nobody made you feel that way that day, that makes your day better. You have to know that a lot of these things deal with you. And that's one of the toughest pills to swallow in this reality. You know what I'm saying? That we bring a lot of this hardship upon ourselves. And then when you get consciously aware that, when you get consciously aware of that and you start to understand yourself to the point that nothing can get you down, when the universe going to start showing you scenarios that is going to make you feel like this. Okay, since you're the person who's strong enough now to know that you may not always get what you want and you're able to still maintain your happiness, then you may not need to get what you thought you wanted, because you already blessed with the stability of appreciating yourself even if you don't get what you want. And see, the universe will play tricks and games like that on you, and it'll fuck up your mind. And you have to realize to come back to the initial moment that it's all on you and what you attaching your emotional stability basis on, and what you attaching to what you may think will make you feel good that day, or what you may think will make you feel terrible that day. You know what I'm saying? You attach programs to those goals. So you can't get upset at something that you was taught that may not necessarily be truth. You get what I'm trying to say? So a lot of that energy itself, where that energy come from, where that energy manifested from, a lot of that energy is swooshing on the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of lightweight explain it that way, because a lot of times, a lot of things, it doesn't deal, it's the planets. The planets is as above, so below, as below, so above. The planets doesn't control what's going on. But what it does control is the actual energy wave. So if you look at everything like an ocean, just look at things for this week right now as a raggedy wave coming, like a real wave that could fuck some shit up that's coming. And depending on your temperament, how you're able to handle it in the situation is how you're going to come out on top. Is you going to be the one who get the surfboard? Is you going to be the one who get help from someone who's swimming past on a boat? Or are you going to be the one that drown? But see, that's your choice. But don't apply any wrongdoing or play the victim, because that's the energy that's going on and you're feeling it. Don't play the victim like it's something out there making you feel this way. No, that's just the actual energy waves and the actual beings that's playing with this energy on people, personal planets, and seeing how they can get to them. So it depends on how high your consciousness wave is and how high and what level of consciousness you on, if you're going to be able to handle it or not. But it's coming, and it's going to be here for a week or maybe 2 weeks. Let's see. I can tell you right now if it's going to be how long it's going to be here. Okay, this energy is only going to be here for probably a week and a half. A week and a half. You know what I'm saying? But the actual feeling of being confused, that's going to leave in the next day. You know what I'm saying? Because the moon is getting ready to get up out of Taurus. So, you know, that's just reading. You know what I'm saying? Flight boss, bitch. You know, for sure. Oh, Grams. And I'm going to do a video today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get dressed. Go get myself situated. Got a couple moves to make today. And, you know what I'm saying? Get ready for that U mixtape. That U mixtape drops Halloween. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. Because it's all about me. And me and you are the same. We're interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? We're the yin. I'm yin and yang. You're yin and yang. You're the yin. I'm the yang. I'm the yang. You're the yin. I'm the yin. You're the yang. You're the yang. I'm the yin. And it goes and vice versa. We're batteries, and we need to keep this charge and impulsively going so we can get to where we got to go and have enough energy to sustain what we're going to do when we get there. Flight boss, bitch.